election season in Nigeria has come to an end, and 9 out of 10 Nigerians believe that the voting process was free and fair. This is according to a recent poll by NOI Polls. Oge Modie is CEO, and she joins us via Skype. Oge, it's great to have you on the show with us. So your findings say that 94% of Nigerians believe the elections were free and fair. 13% of those from the southeast do not agree. 81% of Nigerians we hear were happy with the state of security during the election. So paint a picture in general of what you've seen come through in your polls.
Okay, good morning, and thanks for having us on the show. NOI Polls did a poll immediately after the March 28th presidential elections. And the key objective was to find out, how the electoral process had changed from 2011. And it was good to see that 9 in 10 Nigerians believe that the election on March 28th was free and fair. And also about 8 in 10 said that the security around their area was pretty good. What was most interesting, of course, was to find out that 8 in 10 who had voted in 2011 believed that the 2015 election was much, much better. The processes were a lot better than the 2011 presidential elections. So this was quite comforting to see that Nigeria has grown as a country in moving from how elections were done in 2011, the use of the card reader, the accreditation that's been done before actual voting. And most registered voters were pretty happy about that electoral process. They said 32 said it was excellent, 41 said it was very good. And I thought that was very interesting to find, to see, yeah.
Now, it's interesting that the northeast zone accounted for the largest proportion of respondents who gave a good rating of the level of security. Now, does this come as a surprise to you, given the risk associated with the Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast?
No, because we've been doing the election journey to election 2015 polls. We've been doing it for about 2 years. So a lot of the people in the northeast, in fact, about 8 in 10, when we asked if the emergency rule should be lifted during elections, most of the people in the northeast wanted that to be lifted because they wanted to go out and exercise their rights to vote. So we weren't really surprised to see that a lot of them had gone out to vote, and a lot of them were pretty happy about the security in that area. Also, the Nigerian army had done a big offensive 6 weeks leading to March 28th. And, there were a lot of successes, taking over the towns originally held by Boko Haram. So I believe that sort of created an atmosphere of calm, during that election time. And so a lot of them went out to exercise their vote. So they were pretty happy with security. And you could see also a lot of them, 9 in 10 of the northeast people were also very pretty happy about the free and fair electoral process.
And you asked respondents to mention some of the improvements that they would like to see INEC make in the future. So tell us some of the responses that you saw coming through.
Okay, the key response from there, 3 in 10 said the card readers should be more functional. Of course, about 1 in 10 talked about transparency. Again, they talked about punctuality. And I'm happy to say that what we noticed, the reports coming from the April election showed that, a lot of the INEC officials were punctual, card readers were very functional, and we're also just currently, again, doing a poll just to, again, compare how the April election went, in regards to the March 28th election.
And what do you expect to see come through in your next governance poll? Because it's interesting that your most recent one revealed that 5 out of 10 Nigerians approve of the performance of the president. Surely after the conduct of the president in the elections, this is likely to improve, right?
Yes, it's likely to improve because the 52% was an 11-point decline. And that was in March. So I think that with the way he's considered defeat so graciously, and the country has moved on and is looking forward to, May 29th and the handover, I think that also that would affect his approval ratings, and we'll be able to talk about that towards the end of the month.
Okay, let's leave it there. Thanks so much for sharing that with us. That was Oge Modie, CEO at NOI Polls.